White wall rail, white wall rail, what? White wall rail, white wall rail is back. White wall rail, white wall rail is back. White wall rail, white wall rail is back. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy LeBron Moses, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be recapping Game 4 of last night's NBA Finals between the Bucks and the Suns. And might I say, this is the game we've all been waiting for. We've been waiting for one of these games to be tightly close and amazing to watch. Just a classic. We've all been waiting on this classic game, and it finally happened last night. And honestly, this couldn't have come at a better time because the Suns were on the verge of taking a 3-1 lead back to Phoenix, to where the Bucks Bucks haven't won a game yet this series. So if they would have won last night, if the Suns would have won last night, the Bucks would have been in major trouble. But no, the Bucks buckled down, they grinded out the win, and now they're headed back to Phoenix with the series tied at 2 apiece. But honestly, this game was so epic. Both teams battled tooth and nail, neither team giving an inch. If one team got an inch, the other team got it right back. And one team went on a run, the other team went on a run themselves. One team got multiple stops, the other team got multiple stops. Like, this was so closely contested throughout majority of the game. Granted, I don't think there was a lead bigger than 9, if I remember. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm just going on top of my head because, to be honest, I was falling asleep a lot because I was just tired. I am kind of tired this morning, but we here making this video. But I was tired last night. I kept falling asleep throughout every game. But that's it. Not every game. I was falling asleep literally through almost every quarter. Fourth quarter, I stayed up for. I ended up watching, and what a finish that was. But we're gonna get into it later on in the video. But first, let's talk about how this game was not pretty at all for the Suns. If I'm going to be honest, granted, this was a close game, but if you take a look at the final stats, Devin Booker went off for 42 points. Let's talk about that man real quick. 42 points? What? After a poor performance last game, you go off for 42 points? He scored 18 points in the third quarter and shot 7-7 in that quarter, bro. He was on an offensive masterpiece, especially in that third quarter, bro. The Bucks could not contain him. They could not contain him, but the problem is one man can't beat a single team. One man can't beat a team. And it showed last night. Devin Booker went off for 42 points, had 38 heading into the fourth quarter, only scored 4 points in the fourth quarter on 2 of 6 shooting, and he honestly should have fouled out multiple times at the end of the fourth quarter, especially on that one play where it was fouled out. I think, what was it, with like less than like 20 something, like 10 seconds left to go, where it was the last foul of the game, and he thought he went and sat on the bench because he thought he fouled out, but they still didn't give him the foul call. Who cares? It is what it is. But Devin Booker definitely should have fouled out that game. I don't know what the referees were doing. I don't know what they were so blind to, but hey, it is what it is. He went off for 42 points. He played amazing throughout the whole game, except for that fourth quarter where he really did slow down. The problem was, like I said, one man can't beat an NBA team. One man can't beat a team, period. I don't care who you are. Look at LeBron and how he failed against the Golden State Warriors. Yes, I know. I'm sorry, LeBron. I didn't mean to bring that up. Space Jam does come out tomorrow, and I'm very excited. But one man can't beat a team. Devin Booker was literally the only person to score in double digits heading into the fourth quarter. This man had 38 heading into the fourth quarter, like I just said. He was the only Suns player to score in to score in double digits heading into the third quarter. What? And y'all expect to win an NBA Finals game like that? Come on, Suns, y'all gotta be better. Matter of fact, nobody other than Devin Booker scored above 15 points. And the second highest scorer was Jay Crowder, and he had exactly 15 points. Chris Paul had 10, DeAndre Ayton had 6, Cameron Payne had 9, or Cam Johnson had 9. One of them had 9 off the bench. But my point being is that if you expect to win an NBA Finals game, somebody else has to step up. One man can't beat this team. Devin Booker is not Michael Jordan. Devin Booker is not LeBron. He's not going to carry y'all to a win. Now, for DeAndre Ayton, he had 17 rebounds. A monster game on the boards. In fact, they needed every single one of it because, honestly, they were getting out-rebounded like crazy. In fact, I'm going to mention it later on in the video, but the Milwaukee Bucks had 17 offensive rebounds. 17. We're going to talk about more later on in the video, but I just wanted to make that quick note right now. DeAndre Ayton has 17 rebounds total the whole game, but he was the second lowest scorer on the Suns team last night. Second, he only had 6 points. Now, granted, he's put his main focus on stopping Giannis, and he has been putting up a fight against Giannis for the most part. You know, Giannis is still killing, but he's been putting up a fight against Giannis for the most part. So it's not all about offense, not all about scoring. But if you're the third best player on this team and your second best player is not stepping, well, not even second best player, probably your best player on your team, and Chris Paul is not stepping up on the offensive end, he hasn't really been, we're going to get into it, but he hasn't really been that much of an effect on the offensive end in these past 3 games. But if he's not stepping up, DeAndre Ayton, that's when it's your job to come in and step up and help Devin Booker, bro. Devin Booker was literally by himself last night. It was literally like LeBron on the 2015 Cavs when Kyrie and Kevin Love got hurt in the NBA Finals, and he was literally carrying everybody. Carrying. But yeah, Devin Booker is not LeBron James whatsoever. Now let's get into CP3. CP3, where are you, my G? Where were you last night? Come on, bro. I had you winning Finals MVP, and you have been playing like doo-doo, especially in Milwaukee. You played like doo-doo in Milwaukee. Matter of fact, you had 15 turnovers in the last 3 games. Over the last 3 games, you had 15 turnovers. You haven't had 15 turnovers within like the first 2 series, I think. He had like 3 turnovers the whole series against Denver, which was crazy. And now he's coming out here in the NBA Finals and averaging 5 turnovers over the last 3 games. Come on, man. And it's crazy because the Suns as a team had 17 turnovers. 17 turnovers as a whole team. Chris Paul had 5 of them. You know how many the Bucks had? 5. Chris Paul, you had as many turnovers as the whole entire Bucks team for the whole entire game. Come on, man. You're the point guard. You got to be way better than that, man. I expect more from you. You definitely left Devin Booker out there high and dry. Devin Booker was literally trying to do everything he can to put y'all, to will y'all to victory, and he couldn't do it by himself, and it showed last night. On the other hand, I got to give props to the Milwaukee Bucks, a team that I've been slandering for most of these NBA Finals, if not playoffs, for real. I gotta give props to them because they faced adversity and they handled it like a true professional team. They were down by as many as 9 heading into the 4th quarter, and they came out with a 6-point victory to even the series at 2 apiece. I give my props. Round of applause to the Milwaukee Bucks, especially my man Chris Middleton. What have I been saying this whole time? Chris Middleton is literally the most offensively talented player on this team, and it showed. There's a reason why they go to Chris Middleton down in crunch time than Giannis. You know why? Because in terms of what he can do on offense, he's more talented than Giannis on offense. Chris Middleton can hit a 3, a pull-up 3, a catch-and-shoot 3, create his own shot, get to the mid-range, pull up. Matter of fact, he had like 4 of them in the 4th quarter. He put up 14 points of his 40 points in the 4th. He shot 5 of 9 in the 4th quarter for 14 points. Yes, Chris Middleton, like I said, he finally had his Chris Middleton game. He had 1 in the Eastern Conference Finals when they were on the road, and he had like multiple in the Eastern Conference Semis against the Brooklyn Nets. This was their Chris Middleton game. Chris Middleton went off for 40 points, and he just stepped up when it was in crunch time and just delivered. He was their closer last night, and he came through for them. Giannis, on the other hand, Giannis played great. Don't get me wrong. I know I just gave all that praise to his Robin, Chris Middleton, because he is the most talented player on the Bucks roster, but Giannis didn't play bad. He played absolutely great, phenomenal on both defense and offense. He had 26 points on 14 rebounds and 8 assists, and including one of the best blocks in NBA Finals history. Now, it's not number 1 like people have been saying. They're like, oh, he's number 1, it's over LeBron. No. Don't even go there, okay? Granted, this was probably the second best block in NBA Finals. I'm talking about Giannis. This was probably the second best block in NBA Finals history. But don't go there. Look, we all know LeBron's block is number 1 and it will always be, unless something very spectacular happens over the coming years in the NBA Finals or even in this series. But no, that was a great block by Giannis, but LeBron, don't disrespect the GOAT like that. Like, block will always be number 1. But honestly, can we stop jumping to comparisons so fast? Like, that's the one thing I don't like about NBA and NBA analysis and NBA fans, experts, or whatever, the NBA media, whatever. They always jump to comparisons. No. Haven't you ever heard the saying that comparison is a thief of all joy? Stop comparing, bro. Just enjoy the moment for what it was. And now what that moment was a spectacular game-changing block. Probably the game-sealing block. And because it definitely gave all the momentum to Milwaukee. Enjoy that block. Enjoy Giannis' block for what it was without comparing it for once in y'all lives, man. Stop comparing these blocks. Stop comparing anything. For real. Y'all just stealing joy because what this play was a beautiful block. Not only because that was one of the best defensive plays in NBA Finals history, but it's not over LeBron's chase down block. I don't care what you say. That man literally hawked Iguodala down from the right corner all the way down to the opposite side on the chase down block to get one of the most crucial and critical blocks of his career. But please, let's just stop comparing these plays right so quickly, to be honest. As a matter of fact, let's just stop comparing plays and players all in general, because like I said before, it is a thief of all joy. So let's just stop comparing it. We don't need it. Let's just enjoy the greatness for what it is. And also props to the Bucks, because like I said earlier in the video, the Suns had they forced the Suns to have 17 turnovers, and they took care of the ball themselves. They only had 5 turnovers. Chris Paul had 5 himself, and the Bucks' entire team had 5 themselves. That was phenomenal. So props to the Bucks on cherishing the ball, and also picking up the energy on defense and being much more stingy on defense. Forcing 17 turnovers is phenomenal. Like I said in my last video over the Game 3 recap of my for my Game 4 notes, I said that the Bucks had to continue crashing, putting pressure on the offensive glass, because they realized the Suns are too small. The only real rebounder they have out there is DeAndre Ayton. Other than that, nobody else is really out there can rebound at a high efficient rate. So I said in the last video, continue to put pressure on them offensive board, and look what happened. They did that. They came out with the victory. They had 17 offensive rebounds. 17 offensive rebounds. That's a recipe for a win. That's a recipe for a dub any day of the week. You forcing 17 turnovers and have 17 offensive rebounds? Come on, great job, Bucks. Like, I'm so proud of that. Was truly a beautiful game by y'all. It was a beautiful game all around. I mean, besides the fact that Chris Paul and them and the rest of the Suns team didn't step up, but it was truly a classic game that we've all been waiting for, and we finally got it. What a shooting guard battle we got between Devin Booker and Chris Middleton, and yeah, series tied 2-2. And now for my Game 4 notes for the Bucks: continue putting pressure on the offensive glass, like I just said, like not too long ago, like literally like 30 seconds ago. Continue putting pressure on the offensive glass and make the Suns finish their defensive possessions. If whenever a shot goes up, crash the offensive board, Bucks, because right now the Suns cannot hold y'all on them offensive glass. Also, Chris Middleton has to be productive and step up on the road. Like I said before, Chris Middleton is known to step up at home, but on the road is the biggest question for Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton literally is a different player on the road. But granted, he has had those moments where he can be that same Chris Middleton at home on the road. He did it in the Eastern Conference Semis against my Brooklyn Nets. Tears, Kevin Durant. Just trim your toenails, my G. Trim your toes, something. Just get a half size bigger. But none of that. He did it in games 5 and 7, I believe, on the road against the Brooklyn Nets in the Eastern Conference Semis, and he did it on the road in the Eastern Conference Finals when they didn't have Giannis, and he went off for like 20 in the fourth quarter that one game. So Chris Middleton is capable of stepping up on the road, and if the Bucks expect to go into Phoenix and win a game, Chris Middleton has to play like this night in and night out. And my last point: remain disciplined on defense, and also bring that same energy to Phoenix with y'all, because the Valley's going to be loud. They're going to be behind their team. They're going to bring that. They're going to provide that energy that the Suns have been missing on the road. So for the Bucks, you'll have to bring your own energy and remain disciplined on defense. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Ride this momentum. Pay attention to the fundamentals and the key details that got y'all these last 2 dubs, and y'all will come out with the victory. I won't promise y'all, because I'm not rooting for y'all. Let's go, CP3, step up. But remain disciplined on defense and bring that same energy to Phoenix with y'all, because you're going to need it. Now, as for the Suns, my Game 5 notes for the Suns is: shake this game off. This is what the Bucks were supposed to do. This is what any NBA team is supposed to do. They're supposed to defend their home court. Just like y'all did in the first 2 games. Y'all won your first 2 games at home. The Bucks did the same thing. They won their games at home. The series really doesn't start until a road team takes the dub. But at this point, y'all cannot afford to lose this home game. The series cannot start yet. Y'all have to win this game right now. Y'all can't give up 3 straight to the Milwaukee Bucks and go into Game 6. Especially since the fans are chanting Bucks in 6, Bucks in 6. Imagine if y'all lose this game. Oh, your held backs are going to be against the wall for real. So you have to win this game. Defend your home court just like I did in the first 2 games. Just like Milwaukee did in these last 2 games. Now it's your turn to defend your home court. And for my next point, the Suns have to find a way to keep the Bucks off the offensive glass. Y'all can't leave Ayton down there. Granted, he had 17 rebounds by himself, but y'all can't leave him down there by himself, expecting him to get every single board. It's not going to work. Y'all have to rebound as a unit. The Bucks are rebounding as a unit. They're crashing the offensive glass. So y'all have to box out and help DeAndre Ayton on the defensive boards. Offensive rebounding is just effort and who wants it more. Yeah, there's some skill to it, but it's mainly who wants it more. Whoever wants to get that ball and go after that ball and chase that ball, whoever wants it more is going to get the rebound. That's just how it is. So y'all going to have to bring that hustle and bring that effort into Game 5 and keep my Milwaukee Bucks off the offensive glass if y'all expect to win. Now for my last point, cherish the ball, especially you, CP3. Especially you, CP3. Point God, 15 turnovers over the past 3 games. 5 turnovers last night, the same amount as the entire Milwaukee Bucks team. I'm talking to you, CP3. One of my favorite point guards of all time. Cherish the basketball. Y'all cannot have 17 turnovers in Game 5 and expect to win. Because 17 turnovers means it's going to take the energy from out the crowd and give all the energy and momentum to the Bucks. And right now, y'all have all the momentum. And right now, the Bucks have all the momentum on their side. You do not want that. So cherish the basketball. You can't have no 17 turnover games and expect to win unless you're forcing the same amount of turnovers to your opposition as you're giving up. So in other words, if you guys have 17 turnovers, your opposition better have 17 plus turnovers as well. If not, it's a recipe for disaster. Y'all can't have 17 turnovers and then the other team have 5 turnovers the whole game. No, that's just not going to work. So cherish the basketball. And with that being said, that's all for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, hit the subscribe button if you are new so you don't miss another video. And to be honest, I'm excited for Game 5, which takes place this Saturday at 9 p.m. as the series shifts back to Phoenix. It will take place this Saturday at 9 p.m. on ABC. I'm excited for this game, but down in the comment section below, let me know what are your thoughts about last night's game, and also let me know who you got for Game 5. I'm pulling for the Suns. They're at home. The Bucks have yet to win in Phoenix this series. Granted, it's only been 2 games, and they do have all the momentum, but I got the Phoenix Suns. I got Chris Paul playing a better game. I got DeAndre Ayton playing a better game, and I got Devin Booker keeping that same level of play, carrying it back to Phoenix. So I do got the Phoenix Suns winning Game 5, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, Game 5 is this Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern time on ABC. But with that being said, I'm out of here, y'all. And until next time, I'll see y'all.